Alright, welcome back to Low Rank Review, the YouTube series where I review some replays that I played in super low elo, right here in the middle at 1000. So these were all garbage. Today we're going to be looking at some games I played against random players. So first we'll look at some games that I played against this random player who was frankly quite good. Zelo3 here. Alright, so let's pause. This guy is outplaying me significantly. Just the way he uses this platform is extremely effective and showcases a lot more skill than what I'm doing here. And I am not choosing the right kinds of punishes and the neutral wins that I do get. Like, for example, here in this opening, right? He's not playing perfect neutral, right? Like this, fair, could be punishable. If I was perfect. In fact, I'm almost there. But I finally do earn something. Finally do earn something here. And I picked the wrong punish. This was a very greedy fair to go for. This would not have worked. Now granted, Ranno's probably the only character who gets a true punish here. Yeah, I had like 4 more frames of fair left, so there's not that many characters who are true punishing off of this bad fair. But like, I could have gotten up air. I could have gotten air. See this was not good. This punish sucked. When I finally get something, when you finally get something against players like this, you need to have your punishes ready and worked out. Because when you get something against a player who's equal to your strength, you need that to count for as much as it can. In this case, there are many ways that I could remark him and send him back into Lily behind me and continue for at least 1 or 2 rewraps. And that's really what I want to do here, because there's no way for me to kill him here. So just going for double down smash, really not effective. And all it does is put me 10% ahead, which is not as good as I could get here. I'm giving up stuff by having this punish bad. Should have grabbed ledge there. Man, this guy uses that platform a lot, and I am not denying it to him. It's possible, though difficult, to deny players' use of the platform. Like, let's look at the way he uses the platform, right? Right? So like, right here, I go for the lily plant. He says, alright, well I'm gonna go dance on my platform. Randos love to do this because Rando's airspeed is really poor, so going on platforms removes that restriction. He's not in the air anymore, so he gets to use grounded movement. And he just loves to slide around this platform. But even though this animation is very fast, it's not completely non-committal. Look at this. When he goes to land on the platform, there he is. He's in 8 frames of waveland. So that's not nothing. He couldn't shield here if I had called this out and done like an attack into this animation. And then he slides off, and he's actionable here, but he goes for a fair. He's going to want to go for something in these type of situations. So what I should be doing is trying to deny him the use of the platform and just directly attack the platform when he's going to go there. But I don't really think of it at this time, and he does it way better than me. This was just fully my mistake. Didn't recover properly. See, this was a very predicted shield because a lot of Maples are going to dash attack in this situation, and shield heavily beats it. So when you know the person, I know this guy's smart, when you know this person's smart, I just believe he's going to shield here. But I failed to get anything out of it. See this? See this? Arms attack on the dash attack. Now he was probably just trying to attack the ground here. But even then, this is a good tech. He did it very low to the ground. So most likely, I can't see his inputs. Most likely he teched very close to the ground so that even after the hit pause, see his 5 frames of hit pause, that takes away from the time to tech. So let's suppose he had teched 20 frames ago. He would have teched the regular landing fine, but the 5 frames would have put him outside and he would miss tech here. But since he teched very recently, he's ready to tech both of those. So me trying to dash attack this landing, it's a little bold. It's not so bad though. But see, he knew to try to grab out of that. He really knows stuff. There we go. There's a proper ledge grab. Speaking of which, there's nothing wrong with grabbing the ledge with a jump. I know people are going to tell you to learn to grab ledge and you got to learn to do the backwards slide or the backwards wave dash. That's true. You're totally allowed to just grab ledge any way you want to, right? It's perfectly fine, just do it with a jump, especially in this type of situation where you have like a lot of time to think about grabbing the ledge. If you're not comfortable grabbing the ledge a certain way, just do it an easy way. Just do it with a jump. You see how easy this was to time? You don't need to always wave dash backwards to ledge, although you should practice it. You can do it with a jump. Very nice for him. I'm not using double jump up air as much as I should here. I was not in the mood to input it at the time when I was playing these. Now, that was a mistake. This fair, all this went great, right? We get here to this dash attack. Notice how I probably tried to do the arms attack because he was holding down. Here, what I should do is something like maybe nair and then do a tether fair, and that would probably be the stock for me. Ranno is too floaty to just go for this fair. In addition, he's actually actionable. Yeah, he could actually, I think he could nair me if he clicked nair right now. If he had buffer nair, he would have actually counterattacked me. So yeah, this fair wasn't smart. And then I go for the ledge hug again, but I'm slow on it. I'm slow with the reset. Now what I should have done here is this was the time for the sneakier grab. This was the time for the backwards wave dash or the shield slide to grab ledge. Because when someone sees you're on stage, they're going to want to grab the ledge. That's when you switch from on stage to ledge grab, and then you're ledge hogging. The reverse if you're already holding ledge. You hold the ledge for a while, then you get off the ledge so that people who are trying to get over the ledge, they jumped into open stage and they're punishable. That's the basic mix-up. That's the basic 50-50. Alright, so I managed to win the first game, but in my opinion, it wasn't that earned of a win, and I'm pretty sure this guy reversed, who owes me. Yeah. So he takes me to Tempest, and honestly, this guy's really good on Tempest. His platform movement is even more amplified. See, I'm not calling out this habit of doing Waveland off the platform fair. He's done this quite a lot. He has done this fair quite a lot, and I'm not calling this out, even though I could. This is beatable. Again, look at the pressure this guy's putting out. And notice how much he refuses to overextend himself. Lots of players, when they want something, they'll switch off from a working game plan to overextend. And you notice this guy isn't really doing much of that. Right? He's just winning it with nickels and dimes. Although biffing that road dash really hurt him there. Yeah, see? Strong player, strong player. And really not a very good game plan for me there. Like, I was kind of more like spending the whole time fighting for my life, and I wasn't really calling out habits that could have been called out. And then we went to Rockwall for the end. And I think Rockwall is in my advantage, but he's still so ready to use the platforms on this stage. See, that was like a really smart get-up attack. Like, right? Like, I can't be just dropping punishes randomly by misinputting stuff. That was supposed to be jump forward in air. though I believe Maypul is better on rock wall than Ranno is, you can see it's clearly not giving me too much of an advantage. See how he uses the rapid jab at low percent? Although you can floor hug the hits in the middle, you can't floor hug the rapid jab itself, which really helps against someone who's just holding down. Although I'm not here, this would cover if I was holding down pretty effectively. And that's why it doesn't. This was a DI mistake. Don't DI this throw in. If you DI in on Ranno down throw, he can do this to most of the cast. See the DI here? DI in sends me on this awful blue trajectory, but DI out sends me on that safe yellow one. So you can see I clearly DI'd in, and he's ready for people to do this. It's very intuitive to DI in when you're at the ledge so you don't die. There's lots of kill combos that work like this. I don't actually know what I should have done to extend my combo here, because this is a combo roll. This is a combo roll situation, but I can't tell what I needed to do. He didn't even like SDI up or anything. Is he just too floaty? That's strange. Yeah, see, I have this buffered. I think I needed to jump and delay my up air. This is tough. This actually wasn't a combo at all, really. That's interesting. See, this, again, it cannot, I probably would have won this set if I had not dropped punishes, right? Shouldn't be dropping this. This is once again a situation where I get wrapped in the middle of the stage. I need to do something more complicated than just hit a down smash to actually score the kill. And I flub the follow-up. Lots of things are wrong here. First, he's kind of at a tight percent. 97 is not as high as it could be. So I have as much frame advantage as you see there. What is that, 21 frames of advantage? That should be enough, but I need to be fast. First thing is, I want to go for down special, and I'm too high. If I was like 2 frames faster, and I did it lower to the ground, that would have worked. I needed to be just frames faster for this to work. And then it still would have been tough to get it to kill. Yeah, see, this guy's strategy of waveland in circles around the platform, I was not ready to just directly... What I should be doing is just barreling into it and playing the game with him on the platform. Because it's not like unbeatable. It looks really cool, but it's not unbeatable. Instead, I'm allowing myself to be baited to be hit at the edge when he does drop off, slide off air like that. Slide off air like that. But yeah, this was a tough match, and this player played really well. Now let's look at the immediate follow-up I played, where I played against another Ranno who wasn't quite as good, and we'll examine the differences between them. Now you can see the difference with this Ranno player. Even though he is beating me, he's not playing like 0-3 was. The cheeky little F smash catches me here, and I get one back. This is nasty. This is why DI-in is so scary to be doing. I'm sure he was just kind of lazily DIing in because I don't think he feared anything in this situation. And as a result, this is very nearly true. Look at this. Ooh. That actually was true. I think he needed to jump and then he maybe could have escaped. But even then, his hitbox is pretty big, if I still would have hit him. That's a DIN mistake. This guy's also using the rapid jab to deal with low percent. I also think he just likes the rapid jab. Now, notice this about Maypul Fair specifically. It's kind of like a really bad flinch move. It's quite a good move, don't get confused. But the flinch that it puts you in is just not super high. So at low percent, you have to be in very good positioning to actually follow up. Personally, I could shield this. Yeah, he gets 24 frames of flinch, 12 frames of lag, and the angle pushes him away, right? I guess you can't, I guess it doesn't show, but it hits outward, so it pushes him away. So, even though I think I'm as fast as I could be in terms of buffering dash grab here, yeah. I waste like 3 frames buffering dash grab. So if I had buffered dash grab perfectly, then I would have gotten this grab. But it's very tight. It's not as lenient as lots of flinch moves are. Now, what I'm often thinking in this type of matchup is that against players that really like to play a standoffish game, that I have the advantage because Maypul's just really good at killing in high percent scenarios. So if the opponent isn't a heavy hitter like Frag or something and wants to just trade this with me, I'm often comfortable with that because I just believe in my own character's ability to carry out the end game. better than I believe in Ranno's ability to carry out the end game. If we're both at 140, I think I'm the winner. And of course, there I'm just kind of playing for whatever extra credit I can get. Yeah, you can see with this Ranno player, although I totally threw this game, he just isn't quite as good as the last Ranno. I like examining those differences between players. So this time I take him back to Rockwall, and we'll see how much less effectively he uses the platforms. Right out here I realized that F smash is not the move to cover Ranno's stuff. I need to be down smashing him. See again, F smash not the move. Down smash will work. There it is. Now, I'd actually like to point this out. We're going to see this a lot. Ranno's bubble can lead to true confirms. When Ranno's bubble releases you, it drops you into an inactionable state for an amount of time. Probably like, I think it's like 12 frames or something, right? But you're going to have to attack. It's a tumble state. Yeah, it puts you in 10 frames of ledge slip. It's a tumble state though. So if you're right on the ground and you buffer a tech out of Ranno bubble, like I hit the tech button quite some time ago, then you will just immediately be teching, and you have a very, very, very small window of danger. In this case, he's really charging and just wishing this would hit, but going straight to the ground and buffering a tech makes this hard for him to hit. Not impossible, but hard. See, again, he keeps going for it. It doesn't work for him. I don't think he knows why. He could delay his attack so it hits the actual frame of release. Now, notice how effective floor hugging is, even if you're at high percent, right? Even if you miss the arms attack, even if you miss everything, right? I hit him here, he misses this tech. He probably doesn't even buffer a get up option. Oh no, this is a true hit on his knockdown. Okay, so he's wrapped, right? And I down smash him, hold down, he holds down. And it really just doesn't matter, right? Knocked down, misses the tech. Getting sent off the platform puts you through only 6 frames of ledge slip, and then you're free. He's completely free. So holding down is good, and you should do it a lot. You should just hold down a lot in this game. And I know a lot of people hate it, but that is the game, and you should hold your stick down a lot of times. Personally, I think that interaction on the ledge is a little dumb. I kind of think the game should punish you for doing that. It's a little degenerate, in my opinion. But it is what it is, and you can't play around it. You see, I'm playing evasive on these platforms because the other Ranno just showed me how effective it was. Unfortunately, I don't quite have anything like Ranno Fair. And Maypul's Waveland, Maypul's Wave Dash is just not quite as long, so it's not quite as, doesn't produce quite as a dramatic effect when she's dancing around on top of platforms like that. I'm also not as good at it. few seeds. When you're in the advantage, like in this situation, I'm very firmly in the advantage. I'm a whole stock up, and I'm percent up too, right? In this type of situation, there's absolutely no reason why I need to approach him if I don't like my odds. And in this case, like I know, I'm perfectly free to throw seeds at him. And he kind of knows it because he approaches, and he gets punished for it, right? I bait him into doing an awful approach by throwing seeds at him. And then he says, oh no, I've got to deal with that. It's my turn to approach. And he just does this awful jump in. Look, there's nothing he can really do when he gets like here. It's tough. That's the advantage of getting an early lead, is you earn the right to camp. And a good old tether kill. Ranno is particularly susceptible to tether kills off the top because he is very floaty and his weight's not that heavy. See, this is a good example of don't buffer jump. If lots of floaty character players particularly will mash double jump, Ranno being no exception. And here I got him killed. If he didn't jump here, he could have just tacked on the platform and he'd be good. So don't always just mash jump. Like, it is good, but use it intelligently. Because then this happens to him. And do not forget about the up air mix-up. He can hold up here and survive. This is not a true kill. He holds down just so he can die even worse. Let's see game 3. See, this was bad. Even though this worked, there's a lot. Sometimes you get bad, but it worked. In this case, down smashing the landing, I think, was pretty smart. It worked around his hitboxes. I think it would have worked around him doing fair here as well too. Ranno is particularly susceptible to this type of whiff punish on his landing because he's slow in the air and he has fast buttons, but they're not long buttons. So when Ranno is like trying to do aerial stuff, if he goes into the air, which good Rannos won't, as we've seen. If he goes into the air and he's trying to do aerial stuff, what you want to do is you want to hit him with a long button, something with a little bit of range, because he doesn't have it, and he can't adjust his drift to counteract what you're doing. Like, he can't drift farther towards me here. He doesn't have enough drift to move farther towards me to hit me. So this, right about here, this becomes a guarantee for me. Right? So I get the wrap. And then I go for up smash for God knows what reason. I don't have enough frames of advantage to do up smash. This is a situation where I should probably like side B or something. Although, yeah, he chooses to wave land, which gets him hit. This is another thing. People love wave landing. Don't do unnecessary wave lands into the ground. In this situation, he air dodges down, because this is the waveland game and everyone loves wave landing. Don't air dodge down. In this situation, regular land would have put him on the ground faster, and he would have been able to shield this. My bad up smash. My bad up smash hits. Then I get up. Was that true? That can't have been true. So I'm spending so long at this moment. And then he chooses to hold down. Oh, he just fully wants to hold down. That just doesn't work against upwards hitting moves. In fact, it doesn't work so bad. He doesn't even get knocked down. He just gets thrown into the sky. I think that's the reason why I get to up B here. This is an example where holding down actually gets you punished. By STIing downwards, he ends up lower into the... See how he's like low into the ground? He ends up lower into the ground than he normally would be. And that leaves him, along with being forced to DI exactly up. See, he's not DIing at either of these angles. He doesn't go this way or this way. He goes straight up because he was holding down. And that means this up B that I hit is probably true. This would get him killed if he was at a higher percent. Let's see it. Yep, probably true. It's only 6%, but I think it's a little disrespectful to do it. Now there, I was really slow on my tether. I could have killed off this tether, and I've looked at this before. I actually tried to record this some time ago, but I messed up my microphone settings. What happens here is, I think I'm just going to be an aerial landing, but actually I think I'm drifting past this platform. But actually I land right on the edge, and then I teeter cancel, which does leave me in a crazy amount of frame advantage. Look how much frame advantage I'm in. I'm in like 40 frames of advantage. So I could totally tether, but I don't realize what state I'm in, and I just like biff the input for a moment. Now this is a good example of why you should learn to grab the ledge efficiently, because here I'm trying to grab ledge, and I biff it. Probably by just sliding too far past the ledge. Yeah. So like, there is a value in learning how to grab ledge properly, because here I lose a stock that I should have gained a stock on for it. I effectively lose 2 stocks for being bad at grabbing ledge. So if you're going to use the lazy ledge approaches, like just doing a jump on the ledge, you totally can, but be good at them. I shouldn't lose this stock. I clearly need to go into training mode and do a little more ledge grab practice, which is one of the things that's easy to do in training mode. You can see how this Ranno player is overall just weaker and not as scary as the other Ranno. If that I kill, that would be a clip. Again, he's trying for that up smash on the bubble. In this case, bubbling down and just attacking immediately is saving it. If that would kill, that would also be a clip. Guys, learn to hold up. Learn to hold up. You know what? If you successfully hold up on Maypul up air at the top, post a clip of it. Send me a clip. Send me a replay. If anyone watches these, I will start taking viewer replays. I would love to review people's VODs. The show needs to have, you know, subscribers. My goal is for this to be sort of like the podcast version of Rivals. You know, if you just want to put some Rivals on and you don't want to hear a streamer yap about nothing, that really annoys me when streamers are not talking about the game. Again, learn to hold up. Maybe that's gonna be the title. Learn to hold up. Hold up, bro. Please. Did he hold down? What did he do? He held left. No, Interesting. Was he holding up here? He's holding fully right and somewhat up, and then he switches to fully up. Interesting. The input is showing me that he is holding up. I wonder if it just barely doesn't work due to character geometry. Was I slow on? Was I slow? Was that why? Well, why did he die here? No, I buffer this. This is as fast as it can be. I wonder if this is a bug report that I should be sending in. I could swear he's holding up on his stick there, and he definitely died to that up there. No questions asked. Might be a bug report. Anyway, that's it for today. See you next time.